Good evening. It is the last day of October, Halloween today. Happy Halloween to everyone. And I'm just going to go over my trade recap for today. So today I overtraded a bit. I did end it green. Wasn't a convincing trading day for me. It was a tough day. But ultimately the levels I talked about in the pre-market video would have played out well, and all the overtrading in between I probably should have just not done. But anyway, just to recap, my pre-market levels, I was looking for 42.17 rejection, 41.54 high risk bounce with confirmation. We didn't get down that far, nor did we get down to 41.22. It's quite a bullish day. But also I was watching for the break and retest to continue the hourly trend on 4200. So let's just go over that. So the 41.22 bounce, we didn't quite get down there. We're still at 41.70, and we're looking at 42.17 rejection. So that was a level I took at the end of today in the post market. That's the area I was watching for. We were in this red area as a supply area, so even though I had that level, I was looking for an entry, and I saw this hanging man candle at the top, and that was really my signal to get in. That shows that there's potential weakness in the market, and so my entry was just trying to find it. Oh, hang on, that's on the. I'm trying not to use the 2-minute chart after the first hour of the day or 2 hours of the day. So my entry was just after that hanging man candle, and as it couldn't put in a new high, my entry was just there, and it was at 41.13.25. It's exactly there, and I held that. So that was my let's get my pen. So that was my break-even area. My stop was above the high of the day, and I finally got out. Where's my out? My out was on this candle here. So as it broke through the 20, I took my first one. My first entry was the break. I was watching this for some time, and I didn't think it was going to break down, and we had that top there, and so we had the top from the previous pivot. So as soon as I broke down through that area, I got out, took one off there, and my next one, in fact the next target would have been this low or the 50 moving average on the 5, but it didn't get down, or it did eventually. This is post market. It came all the way back up, so I got out. It was the same place. I got out just there as well. I didn't want it to come all the way back, even though I wouldn't have stopped out, and it probably would have worked out well. But this is more of an end of day scout, and we had the 3:50 PM imbalance coming out as well, so I didn't want to be short or long in the imbalance. I didn't know what it was. 3:50 looks like it was a buy imbalance anyway by the looks of it. But that was my trade. That was my trade at the end of the day. So this is the one which made me the decent profit on. And my next trade was I'll go through the good trades first. Was the break and retest of 4200. So this is a level we was watching in the pre-market, and you can see it came through, came back down, even pushed up, and it kind of did retest it as well. But I overtraded so much in this chop area here. By the time it got to this entry, which is a great entry, if you took it, well done. I was done. I was pretty much wasn't really watching it properly, and my kids were just about to go trick-or-treating as well, so I did take it. I think I took it a bit late. I chased it, so I wasn't too pleased with that. I think I chased it coming up into this area. It came back, and eventually I got profit. I came out, and then I did take a small scalp off of this candle as well, just a very small short scalp back down. I think I was out before I got to the 20 moving average, and that was it. I wasn't, these should have been my only trades of the day, but I did overtrade a bit. My overtrading was trying to go short here. I was trying to go short 41.96 area. That's what I was watching. It's a daily level, and we had a massive amount of level 2 sellers as well. And you can't really see now because if I can zoom out. Here we go. So this is the area I went short around here, I believe. Yeah. So I was looking to go short there because of that heavy selling area, and excuse me, and it wasn't too pretty really. I didn't hold it too long, and then I changed my direction. And I tried going long because I was watching for a longer break and retest. That was my play. And then I changed my mind and I went short, and I kind of kept reversing and chopped around, and I made it very hard. I made it very hard work. You can see the trend: higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher. Technically here it didn't do much, and that's what made it difficult. And then we had a higher high, come back down to retest 4200 again. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, equal high, possibly a higher high, and then, well, it's post market now, but it's a little bit lower. So the trend, it was a bullish trend today, but it was okay. I ended okay. I did take some losses on gold. I've only traded it a few times. I'm still trying to get a feel of how it works, and the volume here was just so low. Volume here was so low, and I was watching this big pullback here. I saw these bottom tails, double bottom tails, indecision as well, and on increased volume. So it all looked like a good for a short, and I went long there with my stop. It was a bit of a wide stop, and I was in the green for a bit, and it came back, and I did try hold. In the end I got out. I didn't like it. I'm glad I did get out because that's what happened. So I didn't have my stop down at the bottom. I just didn't like this price action, and I think that was the candle that whipped me out. And then I saw this big sell-off, and again what looked like ending volume, looking like a beautiful bit like this one, a bottom tail candle. So I went long as soon as we broke that on the 5 minute, long there, and again it just then went sideways. I didn't like it, and I got whipped. I moved my stop right up. I didn't like it, and in fact I got stopped out. I think it was on the bottom of that candle, and I did get back in again because it was another bottom candle and on increased volume, and stupidly I got back in probably about there, and then stopped out again. So I took 3 stops here. They weren't massive stops because I was only playing one contract, and it moves $1 per tick, so it's a bit more manageable. This is the mini micros gold futures I'm looking at, and then I tried again. You can see there's a theme here, isn't there? So bottom tail, I got in, and in fact I didn't get in. I got a bit impatient, and when it pulled back I got in thinking I'm getting a bottom, and it came back and I got out there, so I was out by then. I think I did get back in again at the bottom, and I did make a little bit of profit, and then cut my losses at break even. And then we can see again. One thing I did notice, I was just about to say, even though we had this volume spike here, we had decrease in volume on this pull up, and you don't want to see that. That generally signifies a downward move or weakness in buying. And I didn't see that. I think I refused. I was so adamant I was going to go long and get profit that I just ignored the obvious volume price analysis. What really worked, here we go, we had a bottom tail candle there on increasing volume, potentially showing that we're ending this run down, and then we ended up the day. That's pretty, yeah, there's no real volume behind there. I didn't take this, but this was the move I was waiting for. That's the one I was trying to go for on all these 4 attempts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And by the time I did it, I was so out of whack with this long that I didn't want to take it anymore. But that was exactly what I was expecting to do, or wanted to do. And to be fair, these are not too bad entries. If I see that coming to, and the important thing was this level 2000. So, and that's why I was adamant I wanted to take it, because I was so sure that 2000 was going to be a big bounce point. and you can see that's why I was really keen to get it there. I thought this would have been a fake breakthrough, you know, and then come back up again, and that didn't happen again. In fact, we trailed along the 200. That's why I got nervous and didn't like it. But yeah, so not a very good day trading gold. And again, I've never traded it before. I've had a couple of trades on it, but today was the day I watched it more than normal. You can see the trend coming down there. The trend coming down there. You know, that is the entry. But anyway, volume wasn't great, as you can see, so probably not a very good day for trading gold. But I will keep an eye on gold. I do quite like the idea of it, and the daily is what got me looking at it, because we look like it wants to squeeze. So we've got this area here. You can see volume's been increasing over this time as well, so pressure's building up, and we're going to see probably a big pop. That's what I think it will do. We don't know it's going to do that. It might even just come back down and come back down to here. But it looks like, that's what it looks like. Bottom tail, indecision. I suppose that's a top in tail. Yeah, top in tail, but is it on higher volume, lower volume? No, it's all above average volume, so it looks like it's trying to squeeze. And I quite like this. It's an uptrend as well on the daily. I do quite like this for a swing trade. So that's what I'm waiting for, that big push. And that's why I was hoping today would have been that day where I got in at the bottom and got out at 20.56. But the level, I said in the pre-market, I said watch this area for potential rejection or break and retest. And 2014 80.8, it came up to that area, just poked through and come back down. And we're back on the 8 moving average again. So that's it really. Not a very eventful day. Green overall. So not a bad, decent green day, but I had to work hard for it. Tomorrow, big day, FMOC. 2 o'clock FMOC decision, and then we've got the press conference. So I'll be watching FMOC. I probably won't trade it. Also at 10 o'clock we've got some market moving news as well. ISM, PMI, and job openings. So that's the economic calendar for tomorrow. And that's where we are today. Okay, thank you for watching. Happy Halloween and trick or treat. Knock knock.